All right, 9:17 here, and we have got Stacey Rusch and T. Espinoza joining us for today's Hot Topic Chats. Now, they will be sticking around in our Good Morning Mommas segment with Eileen a little bit later on, but first, we want to get y'all's input on some of the things that folks are talking about this morning.
All right.
All right, kind of starting off on a sad note, because yesterday the world mourned the patriarch of the famed Jackson family, Joe Jackson, passing away. Best known for creating the Jackson 5, which launched the entire Jackson family into stardom in the late 60s. Although creating icons like Michael and Janet Jackson, Joe was criticized for his methods of training his children, often resulting in mental and physical abuse. Several members of his family took to social media yesterday to pay their respects and praise Joe for creating the Jackson legacy. Joe Jackson paved the way for celebrities like Beyonce, the Kardashians, and many others to be managed by their parents successfully. Now, oftentimes, stage parents get a bad rep, but how do we all feel about parents managing their children's careers? I mean, would you rather be the one in charge of it than someone else?
I don't know. There's a part of me that really thinks that when you have a child, even if they are extremely talented, don't you want them to be a child? Yeah. Like, don't you want them to have a normal childhood?
Right.
So I don't know. I think maybe there's a way to combine, like maybe overseeing a manager who's going to help your child in their career, but I want to be my daughter's mom. I don't want to be her manager, and I don't want to put that pressure on her to have to be an entertainer.
At the same time, I wouldn't want to put that pressure on myself to try and figure out how to manage someone's career. I'm barely managing my own life at this point, and to try and figure out how to manage a career. So I would want to oversee a manager, but there's that kind of balance between, yes, I want my child to be a child, but I also want to help cultivate whatever they are interested in and help them explore that. So I don't know, it's kind of a toughie though.
It is. You can see both sides.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, it's one of those things. I kind of liked what you said. I mean, it's one of those, you're the mom. So at the end of the day, you still want to be kind of like seen as mom. I'd probably want to, I don't think I would want that pressure but like overseeing everything, because of course you know your child best. So you know maybe if, you're starting to push them a little bit too hard and kind of some of those things. So I think as a parent, you'd want to do that.
I think it's a fine line, because a lot of kids these days, I feel like they see, child stars.
Absolutely.
And they might be the ones pushing for, oh, I want to be an actor, I want to be a singer or whatever. But how many times have we heard, or did we hear Michael Jackson talk about not having a childhood and
horror
how
stories.
Rough his childhood was?
Exactly.
I want my daughter to be a child and to have a normal childhood and to have a great time doing kid things. And then maybe, later, if she's a teenager and there's an interest or she has an amazing talent, maybe we can explore that. But I don't know, I think when you weigh the positives against the negatives, I just think there are so many negative things that can happen when you dive into that arena.
Well, sadly, there are more.
It's too early.
It is too early, and sadly, there are more like child star horror stories than success stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's a lot of pressure for adults who are in the, in the entertainment industry. So for children who have not yet figured out how to express themselves or how to deal with those feelings, it could be a whole lot more difficult.
They can just entertain us at home.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
That's what I can do all day long.
All right, moving along here. Finding the perfect gift for someone can be difficult, even if you know what they like. A new trend may take over how we gift people, though. Okay, check this out. Have you ever heard of Fiverr parties? The idea is that everyone who comes to the party does not bring a gift, and instead they bring $5. That money goes into a pot for the host or hostess to buy the one big gift that they really want. The idea is becoming popular after a Canadian mom of 3 started getting tired of the cost of all those gifts adding up. Now, if the Fiverr party is not your cup of tea, etiquette expert Lizzie Post says that if you're not sure what to bring, call and ask the host, what do you bring, or what do you expect guests to bring, so that there is no miscommunication.
But every time you do that, what will the host say?
Don't bring anything.
Just bring yourself. Yeah, come on. You can't call the host.
I've gotten to where I'm like, actually, you know what? I really need like a bag of ice for this. You know what I mean? Or like something that's like super simple.
Something useful.
So easy, or like, could you pick up like some cupcakes? Or like, where it gives the person something to do and something to bring.
It's a purpose. And I do agree, because sometimes you're going and you want to bring something and they're like, no. And you're like, okay, well, I can't just show up with nothing.
Empty-handed,
So then, I mean, that's actually perfect. That's really good. I had never heard of these Fivers.
Me neither.
But I have to say, I'm not opposed to it either, you know, as far as just, you know, maybe putting in a few bucks.
I
for
like
the
it.
host.
Take my $5.
And then the host
I'm the person who's stopping at the store on the way to the party to buy a gift, for which I also have to buy a bag and then wrapping paper and a card because I forgot.
And you end up spending so much more
than
money.
$5.
Yes.
I don't know. I think $5 is, that's kind of low.
But if you have 10 guests,
everyone.
like $50, you pretty much like covered probably the cost of entertaining.
And then they get to buy whatever they want.
Yes.
I don't know. Putting a monetary value on something
you
to
can
me,
just say donations accepted.
It's a little cheesy. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it.
People
it's
now
a little
are sharing
cheesy.
their Cash App.
That's true.
Right.
You can stuff. It's like, it's my birthday, send me money.
You can never go wrong with flowers. If you bring flowers for the table, you'll never go wrong with flowers.
Yeah, I went to a party on Sunday and I took a bouquet of flowers.
And they were happy.
And they were like from Trader Joe's. Like they were super inexpensive, but yeah, it like, you know, served a purpose.
But were they $5?
Well,
no.
Pretty cheap.
She's like, I don't want to say.
You can get a real cheap like sunflower bouquet. But let me ask you though, as moms, when it comes to like kids' birthday parties, are you spending more than $5 on like the Barbie dolls and the like Hot Wheels?
I have a hard $10 limit.
You do? Okay.
That's great.
And I pick one gift depending on the gender of the child. So
that's what they all get.
And that's what they all get. And if I have a hard time deciding, then everyone gets a board game.
Board games are fabulous.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah. And then I have to buy the bag and the wrapping paper and the card.
You are all about the wrapping today.
That is such a good idea. Okay, both these ladies are sticking around. They're not going anywhere. They are coming up with our Good Morning Mommas segment with Eileen in just a few minutes. But first, straight ahead here, the trials of traveling with toddlers. They are dishing out horror stories, laugh out loud moments, and how you can make your next trip a little easier.